So talk more about the make. You did something on We Roll. The way you chopped that, I'm not going to talk about exactly what the sample was because I don't know if it was cleared or not or whatever, but it was crazy.
Thank you.
Can you please just talk about like you? Because I remember when you played it for me at your house like a couple of years ago, and I was like, "What did you do?"
I ain't know. It's funny, man, because you know, after all these years, it's just like I just made the beat. I didn't do nothing. I just sampled it. You know, and it's like. Other people are taking it. You know what song I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. You didn't just sample it.
No, but I'm just saying, like, the way other people take it is just like, wow, that's dope, man. I just really just added 808. I put a bass line way underneath, so, you know, it's really low, but it brings the original bass line out a little bit on the record, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I did that and then put an 808 in there and just... That was it, and just like kind of gated the whole sample. And just
man, you did the damn thing.
Exactly. I'm basically breaking it down. You know what I mean? I just did it. You know?
Nah, y'all make it look easy, but then you know the rest of us go home and we listen to that same song, and we're like, he did this, and especially when it's a chop, like you can hear a loop.
It's really about your truncation too. You know, to make a beat really flow good. Like
truncation.
Google it.
Like. Truncation meaning chopping up the samples and fitting it to where your comfortability when you're tapping that drum machine and making that beat, you know, and making sure that, you know, between each, like, piece of the sample that connects, that there's no, like, air pockets.
You gotta have, like, say, for instance, in, like what do you call it, one-shot mode, where you gotta assign the outs of whatever pad it is to, like, say, like a kick and a snare. It's like you got, you know, you'll have the kick and then goes into the snare, but you can't just cut the kick off. You got to have the air after the kick that leads into the snare, or else you're gonna have, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's what you mean by truncation.
I do that. That's why I've messed. I was like, why did this not sound the same? Because I'm looking at the graph.
Right.
And looking at the visual.
It's got to sound like a loop.
Listening always for the actual sound of the like kick.
Right. That's what used to, exactly. That's what used to annoy me so much about like some, you know, mid to late 80s production. Like, it was dope and everything. Like 3 Times Dope to me was dope. But when you would hear them kicks and snares, it would used to annoy me because they didn't. It was just chopped too quick. It was like, you know, it was a learning process then. You know what I'm saying?
It was the developing stage.
Exactly. Yeah. So you give it a pass for what it was because you got to learn from that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then it started getting cleaner and cleaner by like, you know, 90, 91, 92, 93. You had Pete Rock, you had Finesse, chopping drums and, you know, learn how to, you know what I'm saying? Like they had did it the right way.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, and we just came in and fucked it all up.
How do you think your style has changed from making Troy to making Till I Retire?
I just listen to what's going on around me and listen to a lot of the hand claps and people bringing back old drum sounds. That's simple. The hand claps, cowbell, hi-hat. They're using the TR-808 sounds, you know, a lot. You know what I'm saying? Right now. All that stuff you hear T-Pain on and Lil Wayne and stuff like that, that's what that is. And they bringing back, I don't know if you knew, they bringing back all classic drum machines, right? And they're making it like, they make like all the sounds, not the drum machine itself, but the sounds you'll be able to get now.
From like the Lin drum.
Yeah, everything.
Everything. And it's loaded into MPC and be able to recreate.
I think that's the dopest idea.
Or whatever, your logics or your reasons and
we
whatever.
Still have old drum machines that's all broken up and twisted. We got to keep bringing back to the shop. Fuck it, man, just give us the new sounds again.
I saw your SP in the crib. I was like, wow.
I have 4 or 5 of them joints, man. Now I got like 3 or 4 MPs now. Like, you know, it don't stop for me, man. I love equipment. I love records. I love what I do. DJing, the whole 9.